where we engage with the leading industry experts to explore latest trends and innovations across domains. I am Swarnatama Ganguly, founder director of KPI Ladder, a company dedicated to delivering cutting edge solution in competence development and niche skills hiring. At KPI Ladder, we focus on providing customer experiences, supreme customer experiences, by aligning our services to the evolving needs of the clients. We are very excited to bring this insightful discussions as a part of our commitment to continuous learning and innovations. So, with this, I'm welcoming to all that our chief guest today is Mr. Nandan Nachan. Nandan, welcome to our show.
Yeah, thank you very much so much, Nav. Thank you for giving this opportunity. I'm excited to share all of those statistics about Copilot and ready to go forward with those discussions. Yeah, thank you for
Wonderful,
having me.
wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for joining. I know you very well. I mean, you are one of the leading, I would say, instructors as well as consultant in the industry. We have been seeing your post in LinkedIn and other platforms. For the viewers' interest, if you can give a brief introduction of yourself.
Oh, sure, definitely. So, firstly, thank you very much for those kind words. So, yeah, myself, Nanddee Nachan, I have got around 20 plus years of experience. I have been working mostly with Microsoft 365 Power Platform, Microsoft Azure, and then yeah, I'm 5 times Microsoft MVP for Microsoft 365 as well as AI platform. So again, apart from that, I'm Microsoft certified trainer who conduct trainings onto various platforms, Microsoft platforms, obviously, including Microsoft 365, AI, Power Platform, and all those kind of things. And mostly, I work with this platform day in day out. And then Copilot AI, these are the two hot topics in the world right now, and everyone is going towards that. So probably we will discuss like how Copilot is helping everyone, what it has to offer, and everything. So
Sure.
yeah, Miss again, apart from that, I'm author of 3 books on SharePoint, SharePoint Hybrid, as well as Viva Connections. So, and again, I do have my own YouTube channel. So probably you might be seeing those YouTube channels, finding it
Sure.
useful. So yeah, that is all who I am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nanddeep. Okay, let's coming to direct to the elephant in the room. So, what is co-pilot? I mean, we have been hearing this term of late, with a lot of noises around. And why we do we need this tool? Number one, and also if you can give a brief, overview of how these things are happening. So we have this developer track, we have this business user track. So how this integrates with the everyday business workflows? If you can elaborate and let us know.
Yeah, sure. So it is Copilot. In simple words, I will say that it is your AI-powered assistant, which is designed to enhance the productivity and bring the collaboration. Okay, so for example, you must have heard about LLM, large language model, or at least ChatGPT, which we use every day, right? So, for example, if you just want to draft an email, or if you want to get any task done, or if you want to write more essay and all those kind of things, we definitely go to ChatGPT, which is powered by LLM. And then again, Copilot is again powered on same kind of a technology, which is simply your AI powered assistant. And then again, yeah, as everyone at Microsoft says that you are the pilot and you need to assist Copilot to get the good things done. Okay, so it is kind of a system which integrates seamlessly with tools like Microsoft 365. That definitely helps user to create content, automate tasks, even have the access insights very quickly. So these are the things that we can do very quickly. So let's say, for example, if you open up Word as well or even PowerPoint, Copilot is there to help you get started with the content. Okay, because most of the time what happens is like we want to work on something, we have some thought in mind, but we probably don't know like where to start, what kind of an points to bring, or anything else. So in those kind of an circumstances, definitely Copilot help us by putting forward all those points in a draft, and then definitely from there you can elaborate. So just a quick example. For example, if I ask you like, tell me something about rabbit. So okay, miss everyone know rabbit. But again, there are a few characteristics of rabbit, and then again, probably if I ask you like, okay, tell me something about rabbit. So probably you will start from somewhere. Maybe it is relevant to the people who know rabbit or probably who don't know the rabbit. But again, there are various characteristics of rabbit, his physical character, as well as where it does rabbit live, the stories are around rabbit and everything. So at least if you ask Copilot this kind of a thing, definitely it is going to give you the examples as well as give you the starting point. So
Mhm.
that way you will be able to frame everything and work on that. And again, it surfaces everything that is inside of your documents, inside of your emails, all those kind of thing, even in your team's conversation. So that means you yourself don't need to go multiple places and find out the information. It will collate the information where you have access and give it to you. So, for example, if you ask me simply like, why do we need Copilot? So, first thing, definitely it will bring you the efficiency because it can help you automate your routine tasks so that it can free up your time for more important work that you can do. Okay, and then second thing, it is best known for the collaboration because it can enhance the teamwork by streamlining the communication as well as it can share those insights in a real time. And then yeah, Miss Insight is again one other important aspect when it comes to Copilot because it provides data-driven recommendation to improve decision making. And then obviously it brings the creativity, which is why the Copilot is pretty much well known for, because it can help you generate content ideas, even draft the documents, and even create visuals with that. So in short, Copilot empowers your team to work smarter and not harder. And you can just imagine it is just having an assistant that never sleeps and always has the right answer at your fingertips.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for the explanation. Um, Coming to the next, topic, being into competence development, and we are a competence development company. We would like to ask you, like we have seen, right? There is always a challenge adapting a technology, be it from the side when we have started using a computer. We have seen there are a lot of things resistance to change. Coming to that learning curve, if you can talk about a little bit, what are the key learning areas where employees quickly can adapt to use Copilot efficiently?
Yeah, definitely. So when it comes to capability of any of the company or employees to get driven into this AI world, it is a huge topic. Okay, so obviously, even companies they need to assess like how much they are ready for all those Copilot as well as AI capabilities. And again, for that, obviously, Microsoft has got their own tools to carry out the assessment of Copilot inside of the organization because there are certain prerequisites that you need to make sure. And again, when it comes to AI is driven by data. So always we say like data is the fuel for your AI. So that means if you
Absolutely,
have clean
absolutely.
data, then only you are going to get information from Copilot. Because again, I have seen various example in the past that few people reach out to me saying that probably Copilot is not that effective. It doesn't give me the answers, the correct answers, what I'm looking out for. So we went into that experimental mode and we saw that Copilot does answer, but the information that it was surfacing probably from some kind of a test documents. Okay,
Mhm.
so it is the fact like obviously Copilot is something that has got access to the data. It analyzes the data and then surface that information to you. But it is our responsibility as well, so that we'll be able to clean our data, make it available to the Copilot, so that it can carry out those insights. So that is the first thing. Like how organization can make themselves ready for AI. And then, for example, when it comes to employees, then obviously employees needs to be trained on these new technologies. So I will not say that AI is something new. AI has been there since 1950s, but over the time it has revolutionized as well as it has built into its own capabilities. So right now, for example, if you have a look, generative AI is the thing because of which AI has got some more visibility. Even Copilot is there. So generative AI is definitely one thing that everyone should look into. So when it comes to the generative AI, it is simply means that we already have some content, we already have some information. But again, by looking at that information or content and getting the insights from that, there is one assistant called as Copilot who can help you get that information. So obviously, the employees needs to be trained on AI, the basics of AI, as well as Copilot, because again, Copilot is something, but there's a term known as prompt engineering. Okay, so prompt engineering is the okay. Mostly when we talk about prompt engineering, the famous quote says like prompt engineering is not a science; it is an art. So it's just like, for example, when you talk to your friend, how effectively you talk so that you are able to communicate very efficiently. Okay, so even Copilot is your friend. because you are the pilot, as I said. So Copilot is your friend. Just that you need to ask right questions at right time, giving the right context, and then it will be able to give you the answers. So for that reason, I will say like when any of the organization wants to build those capabilities, obviously their employees needs to be trained on AI, Copilot, as well as prompt engineering, which is a very vast topic. And Copilot, since it is offering of Microsoft 365, obviously every employee or organization should follow the Microsoft 365 Copilot training path. So this is kind of a learning path which includes the basics of Copilot as well as the practical usage across Microsoft 365 best services and some kind of an optimization. So again, there are some good materials onto Microsoft Learn, but definitely you will need someone who can guide you into the right directions so that you can start your journey with AI and Copilot. And definitely we can help there as well.
Definitely, definitely. Who can be the better guide than you, who can take us to the the journey of Copilot? Great. So coming back to again, if we can go into a little deeper and try to get some kind of insights, how say for example finance industry or uh, say for example healthcare, right, which is one of the top most industry working with a heavy volume of data. If you can show us some kind of examples, if something you have something handy, or will also we can discuss over like a chat or something.
Yeah, sure, definitely. But that is, I can give you basic examples like where this Copilot can be used in finance, healthcare, and manufacturing. Obviously, I don't have that much of big demos, but obviously, I can show you the demos wherein you will be able to use Copilot very effectively. Okay, so Copilot is not just limited to this finance, healthcare, manufacturing domain. It can be used all across, but finance, healthcare, and manufacturing, these are the specific domains where we have large chunk of industry, and
Volume
then
of data.
obviously their Copilot plays bigger role. So let's take example of finance first. So when it comes to finance, obviously we need to have the financial planning as well as analysis done, and that is where Copilot plays a bigger role, important role to help automate the repetitive tasks like data entry, report generation, even allow finance team to focus on strategic analysis and any kind of a decision making. And when there is a finance domain, obviously there is a risk, so you have to do some risk management. So again, there Copilot can provide you with the real-time insights, recommendation, and it will help you in identifying the potential risk and ensure that the compliance has been followed with all those regulatory requirements in place. So it is not just about surfacing the information, but again, it can help you with risk management as well. And then when it comes to finance, obviously the very important aspect is customer interaction. Okay, so there again, Copilot can enhance the customer service by managing the inquiries or even providing the personalized responses so that they can improve the customer satisfaction. Because as I said, we have used data, but again, probably for a human being to going through all those used data policies, all of the regulation things and customer information, and it is not possible. So Copilot can create that kind of a graph, so that it can have the interaction with the customer. So that, for example, if you are interacting with with the Copilot, obviously you will have a feel like there is a person whom I'm talking to who knows everything about me, and then there will be a good customer interaction. So that is where definitely Copilot can help finance. Coming to the other domain, for example, healthcare. Mostly healthcare, whenever we talk about healthcare, obviously the first aspect that we look into is the patient engagement. Okay, so there Copilot can improve the
Patient data, right?
yeah, patient data. So there obviously Copilot can improve the patient engagement by providing the personalized kind of an communication and support so that we will be able to enhance the overall patient experience. Right from looking at the history of the patient, his medical history, and then all those kind of things. And then obviously the data analysis is a bigger part there because when it comes to healthcare industry, we have got a vast amount of patient data. So Copilot can provide all those actionable insights, not just insight, but the actionable insights that can help clinicals make any kind of an informed decisions. So because let's say, for example, whenever any of the patient come, by looking at the medical history, like what has worked for this patient, what has not worked for this patient, as well as based on the current medical trends, what could be medication or what could be the treatment that can be given to that customer. Okay, but again, this is just the co-pilot. You are the pilot, so you need to make that decision. Should we go ahead with that or not? But definitely, it is kind of an AI assistant that will help you with that. And then again, healthcare has got the administrative kind of a task because there is a huge amount of data for customers, sorry, patients, as well as their
Mhm.
interactions, even medical reports and everything. So it can help you surface all that information, for example, appointments and everything, so that for the for the frontline workers of the healthcare, it can reduce the workload of all those healthcare professionals. And then lastly, when it comes to manufacturing, obviously there we bigger look at the supply chain management. Okay, so Copilot there can help you optimize the supply chain operations by analyzing the data from various sources. Even from there, it can provide the insights to improve efficiency and reduce the cost. And when it comes to manufacturing, obviously we every time look at the quality control. So again, there Copilot can help you identify any kind of an quality issues by analyzing the production data, and from there it can also help you for any kind of an quicker resolutions as well as in any kind of a reduced scrap rate. And then obviously in any industry where you are using AI and Copilot, it will help you creating your operational efficiency. So it can streamline the operations by providing real-time data insights, and then from there you will be able to have the faster issue resolutions and improve the productivity. So it is all across all of the industries that we have got. So yeah, we're specifically talking about those three industries. This is where Copilot can definitely help. And again, the stories are beyond that. Even there are various stories where it has been used into the banking, travel, all those kind of an
Mhm.
sectors.
All right, all right. Great, great. I think I'm very, very, thank you so much for those insights. I'm really excited. I mean, the kind of workplace is changing, right? Very rapidly is changing. The future of work, we talk about that AI and human collaboration, right? With this, I mean, the kind of collaborations we have in amongst the teams with the AI. Some of the HR conclave, in one of the HR conclave, one of the HR managers mentioning that we don't know whom to hire. Is it the human or is it the AI assistant? Uh, so with that, if you can, give us some kind of, demo or some kind of, assistance, how exactly it is, put to work, that human
Sure,
AI collaboration, what kind of, future you can see by
definitely,
using
definitely.
Copilot.
Sure. So let me share my screen. Just confirm whenever you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hopefully my screen is visible now.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. Right. So right now I'm inside of the Microsoft 365 portal. So which is at Microsoft365.com. So obviously you will need E3 or E5 kind of a licenses technically to get started with Copilot. And then
So
as soon as
365, sorry, one question I have. So 365 Microsoft, this portal, they have the Copilot with this.
correct. Okay, they don't directly have the Copilot
Okay.
version or license with you. So first requirement here is like we should have Microsoft 365 E3 or E5 license with us.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing is that again we should have Copilot license, and even nowadays we can get that Copilot license even for one user. So when Microsoft started rolling it out, there was a cap that was set for at least 30 people in the organization. But even right now you can take one Copilot license. And sorry to say, but we don't have any free trial version of Copilot.
All right.
But definitely, for example, if you still want to try out those capabilities, we do
Mm-hmm.
have something called as copilot.microsoft.com. So if you just go to this copilot.microsoft.com, probably I will use some other profile so that it will not confuse you between Microsoft 365 and normal Copilot. So this is the copilot.microsoft.com from where you will be able to see all of those capabilities. So okay, so from here you can see that this is the Copilot, your AI companion, and same kind of an experience is available onto the mobile as well. So you don't need to be connected to laptop or your machine, but even
So they
from
have an
mobile
app as
you will
well,
get to
which
app
can be
as well.
downloaded.
Correct,
Okay.
correct. So from here you can just get signed in, and then
Mhm.
that's it. Even you will be able to talk to the information that you have got inside of your tenant, and then we do all of those things. So here it like it will just ask you because even this is the kind of a similar experience when we talk to our friends. Like we just get introduced by sharing our names. So it will ask you for your name. So okay, let me just go ahead with Nanddeep. So this is my name, and that's it. So it will give you all the information about what are the things which are currently going on. And again, how you will be able to use Copilot effectively. Okay, so it will give you all those perspective. And again, for example, if you want to go back into the history, like what kind of a conversation we had with Copilot, just for the historical references purposes, we can do that. Again, there is a capability that even you can talk to Copilot. Okay, so you can just turn on this and then you can simply go ahead and talk to Copilot as well.
Yes.
Another thing is here we do have this plus icon from where you will be able to upload any image or document, and then from there it can help you get the insights. So let's say, for example, you're working on any of the bigger document. Probably you don't have time to go through all the documents, so or all of the content of that document. You can simply upload that document to Copilot, and then this Copilot can help you extract all the information from there. So you can simply use that as a chatbot, like tell me about. So let's say, for example, you're working on a contour deal. You will upload that document here, and then from there it will you will be able to ask the questions like tell me about when this contract ends, or who are the key stakeholders in this contract, and all those kind of things. But obviously this is the free version, so but obviously your data will not be leaked, but pay attention that you are following all those regulatory kind of an requirements with you. Okay, so now coming back to the Copilot that we have got into the Microsoft 365. So this is how it looks like. Onto the left rail here, you can see we do have this Copilot, and that is the place from where we can get started. So this is just one part of the Copilot, but let's say, for example, if I go ahead and ask some questions like, tell me good hotels in oh, hotels in Dubai. Okay, let's see what kind of information that it can give. So we can keep asking all the questions, and here at the top, you can see that we do have two tabs. One tab is work, so that means every information that it is giving us right now, this one is coming from my tenant. Okay, my tenant that I have got. And then obviously these are maybe some kind of an fictitious kind of an hotels, and the information here is coming from my source, which is the file which is stored in my tenant. Okay, so it is
Okay.
not from web. But as soon as I will switch to web, it will start giving the answers by looking at the internet as well. Okay, so but only thing that since we have the security and compliance boundaries of Microsoft set here, we don't need to worry about the data or the information that we are working with this. So that our prompts, that means the input that we are giving to the Copilot, as well as the completion, that means the answer which we are receiving from Copilot, those are not going to be shared publicly. Okay, so that this is one of the things that it does. Okay, so let's say, for example, we go for another prompt here, like tell me how how my day look like today. Okay, then obviously it should go through all of the appointments and everything that I have got, and then here we have got. So right now I'm speaking with you for the KPI ladder. So that is the thing that it has come up with. Like I have got the speaking engagement for the future forward series by KPI ladder.
Right.
And then again, probably in the afternoon, I'll be working on to the fabric and proposal review. So this is the kind of information that it can surface. But the obvious question is like from where it is getting that information. So now if I go back to my Outlook, my calendar, here you can see that I do
Okay.
have those two appointments here. Okay,
Based on
so
your calendar
yeah,
and it is. Yeah.
right. So that means it has got access to everything that you have got. Another good thing which I like about Copilot is like you will be able to create a content. So let's say, for example, I go to Word document. So even here you can see that we do have this Copilot here. Okay, so I can go ahead, ask simple questions. Maybe, for example, if I have a content inside of this document, I will be able to ask the questions there. Or maybe I will ask him to create some kind of a content, create a proposal uh, document for Contosotti, and then it should help you do that as well. Another good example which I definitely like about Copilot is with um, PowerPoint. But okay, so here you can see that this is some kind of a fictitious proposal that it was able to do with this. Another example is with obviously PowerPoint, which is my favorite one. So again, we do have this Copilot at the top. As soon as I click Copilot on the top, it can again help me create anything. So even it can help me create a presentation. So let's say, for example, you invited me for the Copilot series, but probably I have not prepared anything for that. So I will ask like create a presentation for for my Microsoft Copilot talk. Okay, and then it can help me to create that presentation as well. So presentation will not be just bullet point, but it will go ahead and create that as a presentable manner.
Mhm.
Again, oh, probably it is okay. Okay, on it, I should have called it as on Copilot, but again, it should be able to. Oh, still, let me just do it one more time. Probably create. Okay, it is right now going for creating a presentation, but um, or let me. Okay, so here we can like create a presentation about Microsoft Copilot. Okay, and then it should help us to create that entire presentation, which is kind of a presentable format that I can use directly. And again, for example, let's say, for example, someone gives us the presentation. We probably don't know like what thoughts were in the mind when that person had created that presentation. But Copilot also brings that capability. So when it will create the presentation at the bottom here, you see the note section. It will populate that note section with the thinking that it had when it had created that presentation, so that we'll be able to use that directly. Okay, so here you can see that it has created
Wow,
almost 8 slides.
this is like
So it is all, yeah,
really good with the kind
everything
of
correct.
images and all. Oh.
Yeah, so for example, next time if you invite me directly, okay, we do have some talk on this. Can you join in 5 minutes? I will say yes because I have this power of Copilot. So I can just
That's
ask
really
Copilot,
amazing.
okay, I have been invited here, create a presentation about this. And then again, here you can see that if I scroll up, this is the thing which I was talking about. Like it has created this presentation overview, like introduction to Copilot, benefits of using Copilot, addressing the concerns and future prospects, and then it has also given some kind of an speaker notes, which will help me go into that thinking direction of Microsoft Copilot, so that I will come to know that like what are the thinking behind this slide when Copilot had created it. And again, you can mix this feature with designer as well, so that for example, if you did not like this visual, probably you can change that one as well. Okay, so there are few design ideas being shared by designer, and then simply you can go ahead and change the visual. So these are the two friends of yours whenever there will be any presentation, designer and Copilot, and this is very powerful, so that you will be able to create those presentable kind of an format. Okay, even most of the times it does animation as well. So I'm not sure whether there is any animation here, but let's say for example, if I tried, okay, you must have seen that there was an animation as well. So when this slide got flickered onto the screen, there was animation. Okay, so Copilot will do all those kind of things. So it is not just about it is giving you some bullet points. Go ahead, do. No, it is your entire friend. So it can help you create all those talk points, presentation, even animation, all those kind of things. And again, it
Definitely.
can end with the conclusion as well.
Conclusion
Uh,
as well.
yeah, and another quick thing, like for example, if you are using Microsoft Teams, so there Copilot can definitely help you by summarizing any of the meeting. Because what happens usually is like, let's say for example, you are on a leave and you were not able to attend any of the team meeting. Obviously, there Copilot can help you to go ahead and summarize that meeting. And for example, it will also help you to check like whether you was mentioned anywhere in that meeting. If yes, then it can also tell you like are there any action points on you while you were away, and then you will be able to work on that. So, Miss, all in all, this Copilot can help you with everything. So probably Teams will take some time, but you can take my word. So it does all those things. Okay. So yeah, means in that case, Copilot gets you covered for running all of your daily routines, right from creating the content, summarizing the content, as well as getting the insights from the data or information that you have got in your ecosystem.
For sure, for sure. I mean, what I can see that one is the time saving factor. Other
Correct.
thing is also awareness and the insights behind. So early morning you wake up and see you don't know how your calendar looks like, and just one
Correct.
prompt and get to see that entire. How about the developer? I mean, do you have something for them as well? I mean, how they can create and help them in coding part as
Oh,
well?
sure, sure. Definitely, Miss. For that, I do have a slide
Okay.
which I would like to talk. So, for example, if you are a developer, there are various capabilities for you. So, firstly, this is kind of an axis in which we do we do kind of an see where we'll be able to explain Microsoft Copilot for Microsoft 365. So, obviously, this x-axis we have got all the knowledge that we have got into our system, and then again onto the y-axis we have got skills. Okay, so knowledge, that means all of the information that we have got into our tenant. So that information is technically can be accessed using Microsoft Graph. Again, we do have internet power from where we'll be able to get the information. And then for a developer, let's say you want to bring the data from external system. Let's say your company is mostly working onto ServiceNow or any other system from where you are frequently accessing the data. So in that case, you will be able to bring the data, not a real time, but the snapshot kind of a data using this graph connector, so that you will be able to expand the knowledge access for your organization. Okay? Second thing is about the skills. So that means we do have various apps and services like SharePoint, Microsoft Teams, and other part into the Microsoft 365. But again, on top of that, we can create something called as plugins. So this plugin will help you connecting to the external systems or external data or information within your tenant or outside of the tenant, and then from there you will be able to build a skill on top of that. So simple example is like, let's say we have third party kind of a system called as Workday, where we manage our leaves, employee policies and everything. So simply you can create a plugin, and then from that plugin you will be able to talk to Workday and you can pull the information from there. So these are the two axes which definitely attracts your developers to go ahead, expand the knowledge or expand the skill. Secondly, for example, when you are starting with this kind of a thing, so obviously, as I said, Microsoft Graph Connector will help you connect to the external data to get that snipping time of the data, and then your Copilot will create that semantic index for you, and then the information can easily be accessed from Microsoft Search or Context IQ, those kind of a thing, and then this information will appear everywhere. You will search for the data, and then plugin is kind of an a real time connection to the data which is in the external system like Workday, ServiceNow, or anything else. From there, it can help you to bring that data into Copilot. And then you will be able to use this Copilot into the Microsoft 365 Copilot, which I just have shown. Even you'll be able to use that into Microsoft Teams. Specifically from the developer point of view, this is the slide which I would like to highlight. So let's say, for example, when we talk about developer, there are various categories of developer.
True.
Few of the people, they are low code, no code kind of a developers
Right.
who are, means I will not say developers, but probably those are the people who are probably more towards the business side of it, but they like to do the things on their own using the low code, no code kind of a platform.
True. Very
So
true.
definitely Copilot has got you covered there, and then you can create something called as an Power Platform connectors. From there, you can connect to the external data, bring the data into your ecosystem, and that is your Copilot. Second thing is, for example, if you are a user or a developer or maybe administrator who wants to get the data from the external system, in that case, obviously, you can create those graph connector, bring the data, index that data into your Microsoft 365, and talk to that data. Thirdly, for example, if you are a hardcore developer like me who likes to code, get the things done on yourself, in that case, you can do that by coding as well. You can create something called as a messaging extension, and from there, you will be able to um, do all those kind of a thing. Again, one more thing here is like there are other things coming up right now. For example, there was an announcement from Microsoft recently around Copilot agents, which is again another exciting thing. And obviously, there is something called as a declarative copilots, which just have started rolling out to everyone's tenant. So that means, let's say you want to create a copilot, but probably you don't need to go into, or you don't want to go into the complexity of writing the code yourself. So obviously you just have to work with that semantic index which is generated to you, and that's the reason when you asked me the question about training your employees. So there you need to train your employees onto the prompt engineering, and then you can combine that power of semantic index and prompt engineering to create the declarative copilots. So you don't need to write any code, just that you need to master the copilot as well as the prompt engineering, and then the information will be at your fingertips. You'll be able to just talk to the information, get the insights very quickly for you. Okay. So
Mhm.
yeah, and again, this is just one example. I just wanted to highlight that I have created specifically using that Microsoft Teams extension. So if in case you like the coding, obviously you do have more control compared to the other copilots, and then you will be able to create a information system like this. So let's say I had created one copilot which will help you to surface the information from the classified listing. So classified listing is just one thing from where you will be able to share the information with other colleagues about rent, rental things, buying or selling. So that means you are looking out for some product to buy, rent or sell, or if you are trying to buy, sell, or rent. In that case, there is a copilot which I have developed along with my other colleagues, and then this copilot can be deployed to your tenant, and then from there it can help you to get all those classified listings. Because again, this is coming towards the well-being of the employees. Because most of the time, what happens is we do relocate or we do look out for the things. So instead of um, getting that information from the open market, probably you can get that from the colleagues who you already trust, so that you know that there is a trusted buyer or trusted seller from where you will be able to go ahead and purchase all those things. So here I just asked question like find bikes in classified listing in Mumbai specifically. So you can see that it was able to give me the information about the bike, and then it can give the information about who is the owner for that, what is the price, the location where it was posted, some description about that. And again, for example, if you are the owner, you will be able to add new listing as well as delete listing. But this is a quick example of how you will be able to surface all that information which is available into your ecosystem and get these things done. So just imagine that, for example, if this copilot was not there, I may have to talk to multiple people asking like, okay, are you selling the bike, or do you know someone who is selling the price? Then someone will say like, okay, there is a portal, something like this. Go ahead, get the information from there. Then you will start searching for that portal. You will open the portal. You will do the searching. You will keep looking for the bikes in Mumbai under this price range and all those things. So definitely it will take around 3 to 4 hours. Okay, technically to
Absolutely,
uh,
absolutely.
reach out to people and do
It's
that. But with
almost
Copilot,
time
it is just
saving.
just yeah, correct. It's just one click, and that's it. The information is at your fingertips. Yeah.
Great, great, great. Lots of insight, lots of Thank you again, Nanddeep, for joining with us. Now, coming to the question that from where we started, we know that this is a tool that we should be imbibe for. This is the tool we should learn for. Now, coming to the companies, how they will integrate. Is there any kind of mechanism to it? What kind of certification? What kind of Okay, let's say example, I'm a fresher. I wanted to get an entry into this field, and what are the kind of certification I should look for, and what are the kind of training, and what are the kind of, also you can mention few if you have some kind of repositories or kind of publications they should go for, and things like that.
Yeah, sure, definitely. So for example, if you're a fresher or at least new person to AI who wants to start your journey with AI or Copilot, first thing is, as I said, you need to know the basics of AI, how the AI come into the invention, as well as the basic terminologies around AI. So, for
Mhm.
example, if you directly jump into the AI and start looking for the information, probably you will find it bit difficult. But
True.
start from the basics, like what is AI, what are the terminologies around AI, Copilot, generative AI, and then from there start your journey. So again, I will try to
So those
split
are
this
the
into.
prerequisites, said and done.
Yeah,
That
correct. Those are the prerequisites. Means I will say like until unless you know those prerequisites, probably don't try to jump into AI or Copilot. In that case, you might find it bit difficult because you will just keep hearing the jargons of prompts, completions, temperature, all those kind of thing, and you will think like, okay, this is something which is not for me. But don't think like that. AI is for everyone because it has got that power. So it is not even for the technical person, but for everyone. But
so
specifically, for example, if you're looking out for a career in AI as well as Copilot, definitely in that case, you need to know the basics of AI. So you should know basics of AI, you should know basics of prompt engineering, and then you should know the basics of Copilot. Now that, for example, if you ask about do I need to learn any programming languages? Yeah, absolutely. For example, if you are trying to deep dive into that area, you need to have proficiency in the language. For example, Python or Ruby or even .NET or Node.js will work there. So these are the things that you should know. And again, for example, if you get some good training on machine learning or deep learning, it will be good. And when it comes to Copilot or AI, it is all about natural language processing (NLP), so that it can do the text classification, sentiment analysis, and everything. But you need to know the algorithm behind that. So that's the reason you need to have some good knowledge about natural language. So let's say I will take the simplest example, which is being used everywhere when it comes to that semantic index. So let's say I will ask two questions. So first question is like how many calories we have in apple, and second question is how many employees are in Apple. Okay, so I'm using the same word Apple, but the context is entirely different. When I say how many calories are in Apple, obviously it is a fruit, and then how many employees are in Apple, it is a company. So obviously in that case you cannot combine search at one place, but you need to have the mechanism by which when the query comes for a fruit, it should go into this semantic index. When it comes to um, company, it should go there. So how does that work? Even for example, if you go to Google or Bing or any kind of another search engine that you like, you ask this question, you're going to get the information related to that word, right? So how that works? So you need to know all those basics of that. So that's the reason I said you need to have good understanding of the terminologies as well as basic concepts around AI. And again, there are good things about computer vision as well. So, for example, if you want to do image processing, object detection, any kind of an image segmentation, in that case, you should go for computer vision. And specifically, for example, if you talk about the Microsoft ecosystem, Microsoft is investing huge onto the AI, and then again, we do have capabilities like Microsoft AI as well as this Microsoft Copilot, where Microsoft has invested hugely, and there are numerous customers who are using it very effectively. So obviously, they look for more people who can help them. So definitely, if you are a fresher or if you are on the verge of starting your journey with AI and Copilot, definitely go for those kind of a program. So definitely go for the basics of AI. And for example, if you are specifically planning to have a career done in Azure AI, then obviously you need to know the basics of Microsoft Azure as well, like how the resources gets created, what are the security policies that we can set around those resources and everything. So simply, I will say like if you want to start a journey with Microsoft AI specifically, then you should go for the certifications called as AZ 900, which is the entry level kind of a certification wherein you will get to know the basics of Microsoft Azure. And then there is another certification called as AI 900, which is again an entry level certification in AI, which is a very simple and very interesting kind of a certification. There is wherein you will be able to see all of the capabilities of AI, as well as you will start liking AI. So I will say, for example, if you are planning for that, go ahead with AI 900, AZ 900, and if you are planning to go for Microsoft Copilot as well, in that case, I will say start with the basic, go with MS 900, which is for the Microsoft 365 fundamentals. And from there, you will get to know the fundamentals of Microsoft 365, and then on top of that, you will be able to understand your judgment where the Copilot is fitting into that entire ecosystem. So yeah, means these are the things that I will say. And one thing, lastly, I would like to mention is like there are some ethics in AI as well. So with AI, we can do everything. Okay, we'll be able to create images, videos, everything can be done. But again, when it comes to using the AI, there should be some kind of an ethical implications of AI, like how you implement the AI responsibly. So if you are starting your journey with the AI, I will say pay more attention to the responsible AI. So again, there are general responsible AI principles, as well as even there are specific AI principles being designed by Microsoft. So if in case you are a fresher or you are trying to go into that direction of developing something using AI, obviously we should know the ethical AI, we should know that responsible AI. So these are the things that definitely help you get started with
Absolutely,
AI and
absolutely.
Copilot usage.
Thank you so much, Nanddeep. I think there's a lot of things, but definitely we want to take this ahead and responsible AI, which is one of the most important topic that we should learn, and we will be saving it for next podcast, right?
Definitely.
Thank you so much, and probably we will look forward for coming and discussing about next series very soon, right?
Sure.
Thank you
Definitely.
so much for
Thank
joining
you
our
very much.
podcast series. Thank you,
Nice to be here. Thank you. Thanks for this opportunity.
thank you.
See you.